Good morning. It is another beautiful day in my 7A Central New Jersey neighborhood. Welcome back to the Happy Accidental Gardener channel. My name is Estelle. I am the Happy AG. Welcome back. You can see on the table behind me some herbs that overwintered in the garage. They're outside. They're coming back. They're enjoying the weather. Today we're going to do a little bit of spring planting. Probably should have been done about a week ago, but it was cold and I didn't want to come outside. So here we go. So one of my growing experiments for this year is going to be potatoes. This is my first time growing potatoes. Red Pontiac, Kennebec, Yukon Gold, and banana fingerling. Now, three of those, the Kennebec, Yukon Gold, and fingerling, are determinate potatoes. What does that mean? That means you put them in, they grow in one single layer, and that's where you get all your potatoes. The Red Pontiac, now, it's listed as both determinate and indeterminate. What that means, well, what indeterminate means, is that they keep growing. So as the plant grows out of the potato, you keep adding soil and keep building a hill, and it keeps making new potatoes. But then I've also found information saying it's determinate. So I'm going to err on the side of caution, grow it in a container that's good for indeterminate potatoes, and we'll see what happens. I am a container gardener, which means I don't grow in raised beds. I don't grow directly in the soil. I find containers that will grow my plants, and I'm a big fan of reusing anything you happen to have in the house. So one of our potato varieties will be going in these two laundry baskets. One of our potato varieties will be going in those two black milk crates, and the banana fingerling potatoes, because they are smaller, they're going in these two grocery baskets. Over here we have this taller laundry basket. I'm going to put the Red Pontiacs in here because if they are indeterminate, this will give us enough space to get a larger harvest. So here we see one milk crate that I am about to start filling up with soil for potatoes, and one that I've already done. I did put straw down at the bottom so that the soil wouldn't fall out, but we would still have drainage. And then, as you can see, I put straw all the way up the sides and soil in the middle. Now, you could use wet newspaper, several layers of wet newspaper to do the same thing. I'm not so sure about using landscape fabric. You could try it, see what happens, let me know. You know, we're all just trying things to see what works best in our gardens. I did mix in some balanced fertilizer. I do like Epsoma Organic Garden Tone. It's a balanced fertilizer, feeds just about everything. I'm not saying that I like Epsoma because they're sponsoring us. They're not. Although, if they do start a program to sponsor small gardeners, I would definitely sign up for that. I like their products. As you can see over here, I've done the shopping baskets as well. The banana fingerlings are going to go in there. I'll probably put the Kennebec in these milk crates. Now, looking over here at the laundry baskets, I'm not going to put straw at the bottom. They do have drainage holes. I know it's really hard to see, but they do have drainage holes. But because they have a solid bottom, I'm not worried about soil falling out. I will put straw along the sides before I put the potatoes in. These are the two shopping baskets that I've prepped for potatoes. I'll probably put the banana fingerling in here. Because of the size of the basket, I have to plant them a little closer together, but that's okay because fingerling potatoes can be small. So here's what you're going to do with your potatoes. I did buy seed potatoes at a place where you can buy them individually. I don't usually buy them by the pound because that's way too many potatoes for me. If you can't get seed potatoes individually, you can go to the organic section of your supermarket and buy a couple of potatoes. Organic potatoes have not been sprayed with a retardant, so they will grow. What you want to do is cut them. If they're not small, you want to cut them so that each piece has at least 2 eyes, and then you want to leave them out for about 2 days and then plant them cut side down. Depending on the variety of potato, they'll grow anywhere from 70 to 110 days. You can pull them early for those new potatoes, those smaller potatoes that people like. That's it. These are my Red Pontiac potatoes. I'm getting conflicting information from the internet about whether or not they're determinate, which means they only need a shallow grow space, or they're indeterminate, which means they need a tall grow space. So I am putting them in this taller laundry basket just in case the indeterminate information is correct. Also, because they're small, I didn't cut them. We're just going to chuck both of them in the basket and see how they grow. All right, so everything is in place in the garden enclosure. As you can see, I've put a little straw also on top for mulch. It'll help hold in moisture and hopefully it'll help keep the squirrels out. These potato growing containers are in as well, the 2 milk crates and the 2 laundry baskets and that 1 taller laundry basket. If I was really smart, what I would have done was put them in place before I loaded them up with soil and potatoes. Now, luckily, they weren't too heavy to move. And as you can see, I mulched these with straw as well. I'll keep an eye on them. I may need to put forks in them to help keep the squirrels out. Yes, in addition to having a deer problem, I have a squirrel problem. Thank you so much for joining me in the garden today. We got to plant 4 different types of potatoes. Again, thanks for stopping by. If you like my content, hit the like button. If you'd like to keep up with the experiments I'm doing and things I'm trying in the garden, hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I post new stuff. Have a great day. I'll see you around the garden.